We're talking about we are involved with the nursing class right now. I thought right here at the end that we would pick a university here in Idaho, and it's certainly probably a pretty good example of most universities. They certainly do have different requirements, maybe a little bit of difference in the classes that they want you to take, but overall they're going to be pretty much the same. So the BSU here, you can see here, we're at the School of Nursing, and a lot of information to be obtained here. What we do see though, where that some of the hospitals now are requiring that any RN that they hire have a BSN, so they are not accepting RNs with the AA degree any longer, and St. Luke's is one of them. So they have a new policy where any RN that is hired now must have the BSN, which is the the 4-year degree in nursing to become an RN. So that 4-year program consists of 3 semesters of prereqs and 5 semesters of the actual nursing classes. Now, it's so informative to look through all of this stuff. There are different steps that you need to take. There are different dates that are involved. There are different, when you have to apply for this, when you have to apply for that. So it's always good, get out a chart, make a flow chart or something, when the time comes, if this is the direction that you would want to go. So students must complete the prereq admission requirements. And it says these can also be done at a separate institution. So you could actually take the prereqs at a separate institution and then transfer to BSU for the last 5 semesters. Now, it says here only 60 students per application cycle are accepted into the professional stage. So that would be the nursing. Now, one thing I don't know if it says anything here, but what I would be looking for right away is, yes or no, do students that have completed the first 3 semesters of the prereq, courses, do they have an advantage over students that maybe took their prereqs at another institution and were planning on transferring here to BSU? So that would be something to look into. So there are 2 application cycles a year for entrance into the School of Nursing, and so that would be 120 per year. Let's see here. So you'd want to look at all the dates. What I wanted to kind of look through with you is some of the classes that you would be required to take here. See if we can get this to scroll down here. There are certainly GPA requirements to even be able to get into the nursing program. You'd have to really check to make sure and have everything straight, in your head and on a piece of paper, knowing what needs to be done. Admission GPA, it looks like here they look at biology, a year of biology, some chemistry, another chemistry course, and some math. And all of those classes have to be a 3.0 or greater, so that would be a B. Now the remaining prereqs can have, it looks like, a grade of C, which is a 2.0 or better. Now certainly, just because they would accept somebody with a 2.0, you'd want to make sure and check into how do they make their decision as to 60. Let's take one application cycle. How do they decide those 60? Is it completely by GPA, total GPA? Even though these classes here you can have a C, but if you have higher than a C average, maybe you have a B or an A average in those classes, does that put you as a front runner, before other students that want to come in? So that would be something to look into. You have to have a criminal background check, drug, alcohol test. Let's see. Okay, so here's some of the admission requirements. Here's some with a C or higher. These need to be completed with a C or higher. C or higher. Now look at here. This is need to be completed or better before application, but are not used to calculate the admission GPA. These courses here must be completed with a C or better before or during the semester of application. Okay, so these courses are not used to calculate the GPA. So there's a lot of things to get straight, written down on paper, that the time frames that things need to be, turned in, what GPAs are required. But again, back to the GPA, you'd want to keep all of your grades as high as possible, because there certainly is quite a bit of competition to get into different programs, including the nursing program. Now let's see, program of study. I wanted to see if this, there was one that actually showed, kind of gave you an idea of what the 4 years would be like. Let's see if this is it here. See if we can move. All you can see here is semester 2, but there's a semester 1, 2, there's year 1, 3 and 4 is year 2, 5 and 6 is year 3, and then 7 and 8 is year 4. Now, once you get into the nursing program, there usually is no manipulation of classes. You take in semester 4, this is what you'd be taking, 16 credits of these particular classes. Semester 5, this is what you'd be taking, 13 credits. You don't switch this class of nursing for this one. They stay as they are usually listed per semester. Now, for some of these prereqs, now there might be a little bit of variability as to when you could take them. They have them set up in a certain plan here, like here's human anatomy and physiology, introduction to micro. You might be able to take microbiology in semester 1, maybe English 101 over here in the 3rd semester. But what you'd have to look into, sometimes some classes are only offered in the fall or the spring. So you can't say, oh, I have really 3 semesters to take a particular class, because they only might be offered, one time. So you really have to be careful, get your schedule all set up, maybe put down some alterations that maybe you could, possibly work with, and kind of get all that set up as you go through, at least starting with semester 1, 2, and 3. And then, like I said, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are going to be pretty much set up the way they have it planned here. And that's a total of 120 total credits. So if we're looking over here, looks like they have sociology and English and general psychology, human anatomy and physiology, introduction to microbiology, statistics needs to be taken. Nutrition is one that needs to be taken, pathophysiology. There's a lot of very interesting, I loved all of them, very interesting prereqs before you actually apply. And I think it said you apply in this 3rd semester to get into the nursing program itself. So anyway, let's see if there's anything else that maybe would be interesting here. We looked at that. Applications for spring of 2016. Employment. Let's see if there's anything else. I wonder what it says about employment here. Oh, these are employment. School of Nursing prepares graduates to become leaders in nursing. We thank you for your interest in employment of the School of Nursing. So this would be for people that wanted to actually apply for teaching positions at BSU that would be teaching the nursing classes. Simulation Center. Most likely what they have here is that you can, a way to practice or participate in design learning activities in a safe, controlled environment. This is very nice because you usually have access to something where you can practice, like you'll have a mannequin that does a lot of different things. Here at BSU they have a 12-bed practice lab, and then a student center for study and group work. So all of this is a huge part, all these simulation practice environments that you have here at probably all universities, including BSU, are a big part of learning, about nursing. The more you practice it in your mind, and then also definitely on an actual mannequin, that you'll feel much more comfortable when you go out and you actually are working with a real human being. So I think that's probably all that I really had planned to go through here. Anything else that looks interesting? How to contact us, about us at the School of Nursing home. You can get there's a master's program there. So I just wanted to, here's faculty and staff directory. It might just be for nursing. It might be for all. Yeah, that's for all staff, and it gives you a phone number as well as an email to contact them. But it's really fun. When you get to the BSU or any university campus website, it's a kind of a searching process, and there's a lot of areas to go and look at. Certainly, but there's always numbers and people that they give you if you aren't able to find what you're looking for online, that you can always set up a meeting with a counselor and actually get everything set up definitively. Or even if you just want to check, you think you've got it all together, take it in, have somebody kind of, like a counselor or somebody in nursing, take a peek at it and really make sure that everything that you have gotten down is going to be a workable program for you. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions at all, just go ahead and give me a call or a text on this. Being a class live, this will be once you finish looking through this. I am going to want to talk with you just briefly on the telephone. And it's never a quiz. Class lives are never a quiz, but just a chance to talk about whatever was in that class live. So, if need be, we can always go back and look at anything together, or it's just a time to get together and see what you picked up, what information tidbits you picked up, and if there would be anything that you'd want to look at together. So thanks for watching, and I'll be looking forward to talking with you. Bye-bye.